Hello everyone, welcome to Wandering Art. So today I'm going to be showing you guys another one of my Winter Wonderland coaster sets using Faux Rizzle UV resin, and then the colors that I'm using today are also from Faux Rizzle. It is Periwinkle, and then I am using the Prince glitter. I really love these colors. This periwinkle color is definitely one of my very favorites, and I love the Prince glitter, but in this particular coaster set, the prints kind of sank to the bottom, so you can see it a little bit, but not as much as I would have liked it to. So I think I'm going to be using some of these colors in some pyramids that I'm making, so I can really see the full effects of the glitter and what the colors are. So everyone's kind of been asking about mixing, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit. So there you got to see about how much resin I use for these coaster sets, and also about how much pigment I put in. Not very much. The rule is always 1/10, so a tenth of any pigment to resin. And if you're going to be using acrylic paints, then you can use even less. Now, I'm using, for the middle of these, I'm using some Pinata Silver Alcohol ink. And I always make the mistake with the silver Pinata. I always think in my brain that it's going to work like gold, but it doesn't. The silver Pinata Alcohol ink, it spreads out a lot more than the gold does, way more than you think that it will. So I used 2 drops of the silver ink in the middle here. You'll see when I drop it in, and it kind of really took over, and it just kind of sat above my Prince glitter, so I didn't get to see as much of that. But I do love the outcome. I think that they look really cool. It's just not what I was expecting at all. If you guys have seen my black, white, and gold coaster set like this, it's the same design, then you'll see me use the gold alcohol ink in the same way that I'm using the silver, and it does not spread out as much. Also, you can see on some of my drip pours when I use the silver instead of gold, it just takes over a lot. So you have to be really cautious when you're using the silver Pinata alcohol ink. You don't need very much, just a tiny bit. Right there, I just pulled out a little piece that was inside my cup. That was not from the resin or anything. It was a piece that was stuck to the edge of my mixing cup. So I've also had a lot of people ask me about why I mix my colors and then I add more resin. That is just a personal preference. I just like to do that. I like to kind of see what my design is going to look like and just let the resin sit, and then I can fill it all up afterwards and I can do more designs. You're going to have to keep going back as your resin is curing and kind of making these designs if you want them to look a certain way, because if you've worked with resin, then you know that resin is going to move, it's going to sit how it wants to, it's kind of going to blend together. So if you want to have really cool swirls, then you're going to need to go back a few times while it's curing and get those swirls going. So this is me adding more after I mixed. For everyone always wondering why, that is why. It's just a personal preference. You don't have to do that at all. You could do everything after the coaster set is completely filled. So there are going to be some clips of me demolding these coasters and just showing you what I do to them. For these, I did not do anything to the edges. I think if you wanted to do something to these edges, I would probably use some liquid silver leafing, something like that for the edges, but I did not. But what I do for my feet on these coasters is I like the little rubber feet. I get a big package of them off Amazon. It will be linked in the description of this video along with all of my other materials, and they'll have links to where you can go and check those out and purchase them if that's something that you're interested in. And what I do with these little rubber feet is I put just 1 at the front and 3 on the back. And if I have coasters that have a clear middle, then I do 2 on the front, kind of hidden right at the edge where it's clear, and then I do 3 on the back. Same for the back always, 3. And that's kind of, that's just what I like to do for these. I think that it looks the best because I don't want cork on the bottom of them, covering them all. And since I do a lot with clear in them, I just don't think that would work. I thought the little clear rubber feet would be the best way to go. Let me know what you guys think of this coaster set. I love it. I think that I love anything with the color periwinkle, so I am just completely biased. But I really like the way they turned out. At first I wasn't sure because of all that silver, but I think it looks really cool, just different than what I had imagined when I started out. And you can still see the prints around the edges and kind of peeking through. So I really like that. I did get to see the prints, just not as much as I thought. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more artwork. And as always, I will catch you all later. Oh, here is my space bear, you guys. Check him out. He's really cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.